stream. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys can actually hear me. I'm hoping I'm having good audio and stuff like that. Hope things are working. Um, I want to welcome everyone back to the live stream. We're going to be talking about the Schumann resonance and we're going to be getting into some stuff. So let's get into this. A very late night stream. Let me know how is everyone doing right now. I got to do an audio check because we just switched the mic. There is a lot of things going on today. The Schumann resonance has been active for 24 hours, which, if you ask me, that's quite a bit. If you ask me, I do hope everybody's doing. Oh my gosh, bro, that is loud. Let's move that away and see how that goes. I do hope everybody's. Oh my god. Let's move that away and see how that goes. Sheesh, that is loud. How come we can't get it loud on the computer? That is loud. Is there a way to control volume? Because my microphone is like 2 feet away from me, bro. If you guys are watching this after the stream, or you guys are watching it, let me know how the audio is. Welcome everyone. Billy, what's up? How you doing? Schumann resonance. I hope it's not too loud. By the way, guys, we're almost at 950 subs. I'm super grateful and thankful for that. I really appreciate that. Let's make our way to 1,000 by the end of this month. Let's get it. Appreciate everybody liking. Appreciate everybody watching. We're going to be getting into the Schumann resonance today. We're going to be talking about the Italian Schumann resonance. We're going to be getting into everything that's going on in space weather. We're going to be talking about 3i Atlas. We're going to be getting into a lot of things. There is the pinned message. Welcome, everyone. Schumann resonance is spiking. Oh, boy. Man, I have so much energy. I've been making so much content. Tomorrow I'm making a full moon video, by the way. Man, I am just on fire today. I'm filled with like so much energy. I feel great. How's everybody doing? I think I'm on Schumann steroids or something. You know what I'm saying? The Schumann resonance steroids. But yes, we definitely have to block the light from the computer. It's so bad for my sleep. I got better sleep putting these on, just saying. I don't know why. I wear these glasses, like the blue light ones, and even though I have like the blue light on the computer, this just makes a big difference. I'm not even kidding. David, what's up? How you doing, though? I'm on the flow, Joe. Yes. Alrighty. Let's jump in. On the Italian Schumann resonance right now, the VLF monitoring. What we're getting, where's the mouse? A little bit of rumbles. But then again, you can still see, like there was definitely a lot of data missing. I wonder what that data truly looked like. Let's go straight to the station right now. A little bit of energy, nothing too crazy here. A little spike in energy, maybe about a power 20. Overall, yeah, very active. Very, very active. All right, here's the Schumann resonance. Here we go. This is a significant amount of energy coming in right now. By the way, look at this. We've been active for nearly 24 hours. We're heading towards November 2nd in just an hour. And basically, of course, the first spike, that was a power 44. This spike was a power 54. That's a lot of energy, by the way. That is a lot of power. I actually need to break this down, though. This is definitely coming out. This is extremely white energy. You know what I'm saying? Very shiny, like bright energy. Normally, it doesn't look like this. I should probably see if there's like another chart or something like that. But this is definitely like really bright when you look at it. You know what I'm saying? So this is like really strong and intense. And there's a lot of things going on right now. There's a lot of things people are feeling right now. This is intense. I want to know how strong this was, but we're getting hit very intense right now. Going to space weather live, we're not in a geomagnetic storm. However, we just got a M-class solar flare. Solar wind speed is high at almost 600 kilometers per second. This has been pretty well. It was earlier slightly south. The interplanetary magnetic field was slightly south earlier in the day. Magnetometers, we didn't hit a K7, but we've been averaging around a K6 right now. So, there isn't any moderate storm conditions or anything like that. We're not in any geomagnetic activity or any sort of stormy conditions or anything like that. But let's take a look at some of the other things that's going on right now. Solar activity. Well, we've been getting little big heaps right now. We did get hit with an M-class solar flare. It was a 1.08. Strongest in 24 and strongest in the 72 hours. Let's take a look at CMEs. There's been quite some stuff. I would say nothing today, but we did have quite a bit yesterday probably. Let's see if we got something. Wow, that was okay. We should replay that one. Guys, see that? That's freaking huge right there. That's huge. Now, I told you about these coronal holes. See, if I'm on a computer, I can't zoom in. You see that? That's huge. That is nearly 2 coronal holes. That is huge. Believe it or not, the last one we had, that was pretty massive, didn't even look like that. This is a huge coronal hole. And I would say, let's take a good look at the map right now. And let's take a look. Have we had anything recently? I know we had something earlier. As of now, there hasn't been a CME. Let's take a look at this picture right here. As you can see, yeah, that's definitely something we should definitely consider looking into at some point. These are separate. This is 2 different coronal holes, if I'm not mistaken, but deep. And the fact that they already formed, they might get larger. If not, we could be seeing another trans-equatorial one facing us in the next couple of days. And you guys know, we're going to be getting a bunch of plasma density we're going to get hit with so much in another few days, right? What's that thing called again? The magnometer thing? Why do I forget the name of that? We're going to get hit. These sunspots are going to face us in a few days. We're going to be getting hit with some big energy, and people know there has been so many technical issues and so many technical difficulties. There's been a lot lately. And some of this, in my opinion, has to do with it. The solar activity has to do with it. There's a lot of things going on. We know we're sending our good prayers and energy to those in Jamaica. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now. A lot of people getting hit. So that was the old coronal hole that's going away. This one is definitely coming. This is definitely deep. Look at this huge release right here. Right? So many sunspots. I think in a few days, we're definitely going to have something facing us. All right. It's a lot. Yeah, yeah. The magnometer, is that what they call it? The magnosphere. Yeah, that thing. The magnetosphere. That's going to get active. It's not active now. It's going to get active in a few days. I would assume. There's just been so much activity, so many things, you know what I'm saying? How's everybody doing, by the way? Let's see what else is going on, right? And yes, It would seem many scientists have figured out though. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm pretty good at streaming though. But I think I'm learning more about this stuff, you know what I mean? Learning more about this stuff. It would seem that 3A Atlas has been transformed by billions of years of space radiation. Very interesting, you know? I can't get the article, I have to pay for it or something. But hey, we got the juice of it, right? Ivy Loeb does a good job making free articles. I'm getting sleepy, man. It's like a late. Probably gonna be streaming again tomorrow. Okay, let's go to I'm gonna go directly to the SOS website. Yeah, we got it. All right. So for many of you who don't know, I go straight to the Space Observing System, also known as SOS 70. And this is where you get the legitimate data for the Schumann resonance. And we finally got the electromagnetic, MF and HF electromagnetic background. And if you guys didn't know, this thing picks up differently. And there's a blackout. So we're going to show that. The other two didn't. This one's out of our, this is most likely out of our solar system, for number one. And for number two, of course, this one is like something completely different. This might even have some sort of internal engine. Or this could just be something with so many materials within it, inside of it. You know, like it's reacting to everything. It passes the suns and other solar systems and other sorts of things. And it freezes in space because it's like a lot of water, apparently. It has a lot of nickel, this, that, it has a bunch of stuff. And it is going through so many things. And no other comet does these things. You know, this is something truly extraordinary. All right, so we go direct to the website right now where we like to get the Schumann resonance, right? Because most places are websites that display data. They display live data, but they're just websites that are taken from an actual source. And right here, straight to the source, we do have a blackout right now between hour 4, and that is really tiny right there, 4 and 6. What's up, Debs? How you doing? So we do have this. This is a timeline jump. Debs, you made the timeline jump. Congratulations. So good to have you here. So good to have everybody here. I finally found it. The last time I had an electromagnetic background to look at was like September. Since another website who displays the data stopped making it. So it's kind of interesting, right? Because there are many websites that do not update or post Schumann resonance data, which is interesting why they stopped doing that. And now that we're starting to get data, and we're getting it straight from the source now. Yep, that's a timeline jump right there. That's a blackout, a little blackout right there. Very interesting. So we're definitely getting massive energy right now. Let me tell you. We should break down how strong the other stuff is as well. How you doing, David? Pummel say productive day though. For me, very great. Unbelievably active. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the stream. Is it Marie or Maria? Welcome to the stream. Jason, have you ever heard of the Schumann resonance? I think David would love to know about the Schumann resonance, man. Or Jason, Jason, you would love to know about the Schumann resonance. Well, that's interesting. That wasn't a lot of energy, though. Appreciate it. Yeah, they're blue light, by the way. I wish just someone sent me. I'm very confused on here. It says 777. I like it. So crazy. The wild readings. What do you mean? Welcome everyone to the stream. Nice name. I was gonna make a chorus on the Schumann resonance, but you know, we gonna see though. I'm making a full moon video tomorrow. Alright, looks like you're welcome. Alright, so here's what we were hit with, just to say this, right? So here's the energy, right? Power 48, that second spike was a 54. And what we had recently was no more than just about a 20, believe it or not. About a 20. So we're really breaking down this data, guys. That's what we're doing. We're breaking it down. The direction of the interplanetary magnetic field is slightly south. Looks like that one just shifted. It just shifted. Did you know we had with an M-class solar flare, the time graphs were bubbling? To be honest, I'm not really seeing anything though. But if you look at the geophone, what is this thing? The geophone multi-strip hour representation. It's quite active. It's good to have everybody here in the stream. Appreciate everybody showing up, liking, subscribing. I appreciate it. Really, really thank you. All right. That's very interesting. Yeah, things are really interesting right now. I mean, we've been pretty active for roughly 24 hours on the Schumann resonance, which is pretty interesting, you know? It's been pretty wild. That is very interesting. I really appreciate you and Billy showing up. Appreciate everybody showing up. Yeah, it was a lot. We had a lot. We're gonna be streaming. You're tired a lot lately? Yeah, there's a lot of activity going on, you know. I think a lot of people are getting this triggering frustration, anger. Yeah, I did check it, yeah. But there's really nothing really happening though. Just very minimal activity. Yeah, I mean, we're going through some big upgrades right now. Um, it really looks like things are starting to, you know, like the so-called system matrix, whatever it is, right? Like whatever label, that's starting to really crumble down right now. And it definitely looks like, I mean, I think a lot of people are really sick of the show, you know what I'm saying? This little show, you know? Yeah, we had a power out the other day. I don't know if it was yesterday or the other day. We had a power out. I think I slept better, by the way. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Isn't that interesting? I've been good. I think a lot of people are really. You know, I think people are really fed up with the system, you know? A lot of people are tired, so high vibes, 777, 777. You are not alone. There's a lot of people going through stuff, let me tell you right now. There's a lot of symptoms, a lot of things. 1111, let's get it. How about that? Yeah, we gotta really kick off November great. We need the high vibes, right? I mean, aren't people seeing the loop here? Every year, there's something. This year, it was the planes. You remember the planes crashing and stuff like that? A lot of fear about that. I mean, there's a lot more though. There's a lot more devs. They got the weather, some people say chemtrails, what they're putting in our foods, all the pesticide crap, Roundup, all the crap in the tap water, all the. I mean, everything's rigged. The entertainment is rigged. YouTube. I found out that YouTube could stop recommending your videos. I also find that it's hard for certain people's channels to get discovered as well. There's a bajillion things. Like YouTube is very rigged. Like a lot of channels, like there's things. You know, you could talk. Anybody could talk to support. By the way, you could talk to them, and they were saying stuff like, for my instance, you know, I'm wondering like why aren't things getting pushed? Why aren't certain content getting pushed? Right? So I talked to them and they said, well, there's no bug or technical issue where it's not being recommended. And I'm thinking to myself, why would that be you know what I'm saying? Like, why would there be a situation where the videos aren't getting recommended? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something about that. So there's definitely, like, you know what I'm saying? There's definitely some strings, plugs in everything, really. I don't even want to say certain things, man, because I talked about stuff and they definitely got me on this channel. But everything's looking good. I'm appreciative and I'm grateful. But there's so much that has to change, though. No, I doubt that. Um, I would say tech issues. If you didn't know, there's a lot of stuff though. Yes, that is 100% true. That's why we do this. I found that out the hard way. Um, they don't push the regular ones. Yeah, that's tough. That's an interesting one. Yeah, tech issues have been crazy. Like YouTube has been so bad lately. There's been a bajillion tech issues. It's terrible. Too many tech issues and stuff. All right. I think I'm gonna skedaddle. I appreciate everybody tuning into the stream. Appreciate everybody watching the stream. Appreciate everybody liking, supporting. Grateful and thankful. By all means, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And we're gonna continue our journey of ascension because that's what's going on. You know, we're gonna continue our journey of ascension. Whether it's space weather, whether it's comets, whether it's the Schumann resonance, the Italian Schumann resonance, whether it's astrological, don't matter. It don't matter. We're gonna cover it. And we're gonna keep it going. Good night.